Hey, this is Steve Good, and welcome back to the Coin Chat.
Oh my God. And Yuri Cataldo. We are recording.
We are. And today we've got, to be honest, we really don't have anything in particular to talk about, so we just thought we'd talk about whatever's on our minds. Do you know what's on my mind?
What is on your mind?
Well, I'll tell you. I've been watching John McAfee's Twitter account, and, he's doing this whole competition for the U.S. presidential, actually raising the profile of crypto by saying he's running for president. So I've been just sort of pinging him, and he's been replying. So I thought...
You've got the ear of McAfee. That's impressive.
Yeah, so I was sort of thinking maybe we need to cut our own McAfee video just for fun, like a very presidential video with presidential music and our backdrops being presidential looking, maybe with a photo of McAfee and the flag. I don't know, just something silly. I mean, we're not rappers and we're not designers and artists, but we are
definitely not.
We are content creators. So I thought we could call on our good old marketing and graphics team. She's going to kill me for saying that. I didn't mean to say helper, the one who helps us, Pauli. So maybe she'll help us put some background images up and we can just talk about his presidential election and submit it to the competition. Or maybe, just maybe, we can get him on the show. You never know.
You never know.
He's also following our Twitter account, by the way.
He has, which is fantastic. We should also invite some of our listeners, viewers, to help us out as well.
Who'd you have in mind?
Well, I don't know. I don't know them by name, but maybe we should meet them. Check that out. So, viewers, listeners, if you want to
send me the image, I'm going to put it up on my account while we're sitting here. So pop it over to me. This is good. We're starting off already with dum dum da dum dum da dum da dum da dum. Send me the image. Come on.
All right, give me a second. All right, I'm sending it to you in the chat.
All right. In Twitter, in Telegram.
Oh, it's on. All right, I have to email to you. So this is live, happening live. I have to email to you because I don't have Telegram pulled up on this computer.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right.
One moment, please. But so while we're talking about this, yes. So we should put this out. So he has created a contest, and we want to get his ear. So listeners, viewers, we want your feedback and your help on this. The more chance we get to chat with John McAfee, the better it is for all of us. So help us, because we love puppies.
I know you do.
I do.
Okay, so that actually takes me to another related story whilst I'm waiting for this image to show up here. So it's a bit of a happy and sad story all in one, really. So I think I mentioned to you offline yesterday that we so basically there's like this, rescue organization for animals, and my wife likes to follow them because she's cool about that kind of thing. And there was this really cute dog, and she said, "Oh, look at this dog. It's so cute. It's so cute. Do you think we can get it?" And I was like, fine, just as long as we can call it McAfee, it's all cool with me. So the kids were like, "Great, we're getting McAfee, this new dog." And I said, yeah, because, as long as we're doing this whole like presidential discussion, then we may as well, here we go. Yes. All right.
You get it? Okay, great.
Yeah, it's there. So
great success.
Hello, Mr. McAfee. So anyway, so it's very kind of sad for us because we found out this morning that there was a miscommunication between the woman who had the dog and her niece who had the dog, and her niece gave McAfee away.
What? This is new since the last chat with you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. This happened, early this morning. We got a message from the lady, and she just said, "I'm really, really sorry. I know it's a rescue dog. I know that your kids were expecting it, but unfortunately my niece gave it away by accident and didn't realize that I promised it to you guys."
Oh.
And he was the cutest little guy. He was going to be our show mascot dog. So now we've had to promise the kids that not only do we have 3 dogs, we have to get a 4th one because now we have to follow through with it. And the kids are asking when are we getting a dog. I mean, it's not like we don't have enough dogs. We have 3. We have a Labrador. We have a Dalmatian, which is nuts, but the most intelligent dog ever, and a Jack Russell mix. And so, yeah, I guess we'll be getting a 4th dog. Still calling it McAfee, although maybe we have to call it McAfee Plus.
You could call it President McAfee, just because I think it'd be hilarious for you to refer to your dog as president.
Well, I have Lord Jackson, I have Princess Molly, And actually, the princess, I didn't know if I've really told you about this. So Molly is my Dalmatian, and she is also a purebred and comes from a line of dogs historically who've been very, very successful dogs in shows. And she has gone and done shows herself, and has won ribbons. So
that's great.
Yeah, so she has a natural prance and whatever. So her name in her passport is Princess Molly.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you just say passport?
Yes, dog passport.
Okay. I was like, please tell me more about how your dog has a passport.
Dog passport. Anyway, so we're not talking about presidential elections at all. No, we're talking about Princess Molly, and then I have my Labrador that we call Lord Jackson. He's always been Lord Jackson because he was always a very Lord of the House manner kind of dog. And then and then we have Princess Susie. So yeah, naturally, of course, we need to have President McAfee, but President McAfee is going to have to be replaced by another President McAfee. I apologize, but that's the way it goes sometimes in helping out rescue dogs. So we will find another rescue dog because that's what we do. Our first dog is a rescue dog. Princess Susie is a rescue dog. And yeah, we'll get another rescue dog. So my kids were in tears this morning. It was a dramatic start to a Friday morning. But we're going to finish this day off with other dramas of other sorts, like I'm going to go ping McAfee afterwards and say, well, we just did kind of a presidential tribute video to you today for you because we really didn't have anything else to talk about.
Yeah. When in doubt, we just talk about President McAfee.
And actually, it's kind of good just to talk about ourselves a little bit so people get to know who we are. So
it is.
Told you about my dog.
So I don't have interesting stories to talk about my dog's names. I did, however, have a cat in college, and I know I'm not the only person who's done this. Because of my theater background, my cat's name was Stella. Are you catching I don't know if you know, I don't know how well you know Streetcar Named Desire.
I see.
So again, I'm huge. So design side theater nerd. So there is like one of the most famous scenes in Streetcar Named Desire, written by Tennessee Williams, is a scene where, so in the movie it's Marlon Brando. So the character's name is Stanley. He goes outside and he had just beaten his wife. He goes outside and he just starts yelling Stella over and over again, and it's like a long going like theater thing to yell Stella randomly. So I thought it was hilarious because you let the cat out and then you have to go outside and you yell Stella over and over again. So there you go. Theater nerd jokes.
I did high school musicals when I was younger, singing in high school. So does that count at all? I mean,
it totally.
And
totally counts.
What did we do? West Side Story.
All good ones.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Those were the three musicals I did in high school, and then I sang at university. So
that's good. See, that's more than me. I was behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, reading, designing. I've never been an on stage kind of person.
And I've been off stage for years until somehow we convinced ourselves that we could be on the YouTube channel with John McAfee behind us for president. That's right. So congratulations, Mr. McAfee. President McAfee, dare I say.
Exactly.
President McAfee, I would like to introduce you to President McAfee. As soon as
when the dog comes on.
Yeah. Well, we have to, every show needs a proper mascot. So, we're going to have to get a mascot. So
yeah, we definitely will.
Just going to have to go back and forth between London and Boston every so often. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
What are you drinking?
Coffee. It is still in the morning on my
big
time.
Bottle for water. I mean, it is. I do want to say I apologize to all of our listeners today that we had nothing prepared. But you know what? We just felt like this is one of these days where we just wanted to talk and just kind of like say hello and like be present and like just talk to you guys about stuff and.
Well, we had a topic and I pitched it to you, but in doing more research, I realized it was bogus.
Well, I pitched the topic to you too, and you were like,
yeah, exactly. And I didn't. I thought we were gonna cover this really cool, like hard edge breaking thing about one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. But when I did more research and you and I talked about it, it's like why it was a dud. So why do that? So we thought we'd do.
The problem is there's like rumors or news about Ripple, but nothing significant that can be verified. There's no real news about the hard fork for Ether. We're kind of just sitting and waiting to hear more. I mean, there's, a 50-50 split in the news about Bitcoin is in a downward trend. It's an upward trend. It's in a triangle pattern. It's in a pendulum. It's in a W formation. I mean, sorry guys, that's all just technical jargon for, different types of trading patterns. But all of them seem to be valid depending on where you draw your lines from. So fantastic. We're still in the trading range for now until some news comes out or until someone decides to start pumping the coin one direction or the other. Cool. Good. Cool. But actually, the longer we stay at this 3,500 to 3,600 range in Bitcoin is theoretically a good thing because it means we're building a long, stable base that's far more than we've had in a long time. So, and as for Ether, and it seems to have kind of dealt with the crisis of the fork finishing for the moment and waiting for it to start again. And the coin is sort of trading back upwards again, very slowly. And there's a triangle pattern there that it's staying within, and hopefully will break out to the upside. And we'll show everybody that the next time because I don't feel like doing charts right now.
Yeah, and there's no point in that one. And then another kind of random news that I paid attention to. Let's see, your BitPay came out and said it's handled more than $1 billion worth of payments in 2018, which is really cool. Maybe this might be a thing eventually, but MIT and Stanford decided, and US Berkeley decided to get together because they want to create their own coin that they say is going to be faster than Bitcoin. Well, it's in the early stages. It's being funded by
what's
a
not faster than Bitcoin? Let's be real. I mean, Litecoin's faster than Bitcoin, and so is Ether, and so is a lot of other coins. I mean, speed doesn't really matter.
Right.
Usage, adoption. Bitcoin's just a form of gold, a store of value. I mean, I know there's people we know that would argue and say, okay, I don't want to hear this argument anymore. But, the reality is that's all it really is. It's not really meant to be used for payment transactions. We don't know what the original intent was from the owners or creators or whatever. But if you look at, Ether, its underlying core construction is that of making smart contracts to enable us to transact between parties. End of story. And there's other platforms out there that are there for providing development or are just companies just doing stuff. So, every one of these coins is just a transfer of value from A to B. It's a question of who's out there actually building the next PayPal that's going to be with friendly names and ease of use. And I haven't seen anything like that. It's all still 0x, A12C to send money to. Who am I sending money to? Well, it's Yuri, but it could be friendly name, but it's not.
Anyway. But it's not. You're right, and they have nothing written in there about any kind of plan. They just decided they want to do it. Yeah, which is what a lot of the projects we've seen come about. So you're right. They're going to
on a completely separate note here. So today's ending is not going to be to the moon, because I know every episode we always say to the moon. I think we're going to have to change that up today.
To the stratosphere?
No, I'll tell you when we get to the end because I know we're getting close. But it's
to the top of a very tall ladder, like a little bit of ladder, a little more bit of ladder, top of the chair.
There's no like beanstalk involved, so we're not going to the clouds and the giants either. So thank you very much for your creativity in Broadway and all that. And Stella,
there it is. See? I knew you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah. Vaguely. Anyway, thanks everybody for listening into the Coin Chat today. It's been an absolutely nutty pleasure. What do I want to say? I want to say thank you for checking in, listening, and vote for McAfee for president. Or actually, don't vote for McAfee for president because he doesn't want to win. He just wants us to know that he's running for president and become part of the Libertarian Party, as if that matters. We can all go to the convention in Austin, in Texas, in the USA. Awesome. Please give us a like and a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel because it would make us feel better. To the White House. Until next time.